All right, welcome, Lady Rough Riders. Playing game number 2 of the state playoffs. We'll be going up against the Arapahoe Warriors, who will be in the white. Lady Rough Riders will be in their darks. We're down about 30 seconds in these warm-ups, and then we'll get this game started. Here we go. 14-minute periods. Lady Rough Riders versus the Arapahoe Warriors. Game 2 of the state playoffs. Looks like we have Jesse doing our face-off, Sammy on this near side, Paige on that far, and Josie and Georgia coming out here on B. Olive is in the net. Face-off win by Jesse. Back and forth as we started going into the zone, and they were able to get it back down into ours. Josie giving chase. Olive was able to get a leg pad down there and stop that shot on goal. Looks like Jesse's down in the wall. Looks like they took a shot toward goal, but it went a little wide. Paige picks it up off the wall. She shoves it into the zone. She got tied up with the player into the wall. Back and forth. Oh, the puck was set up just perfect for a shot, but it got past us. Warriors bring it back out. Josie picks it up just inside our zone. She pushes up to Sammy, just gets off her stick, goes to their D. They're rushing it in. Lemon comes across. Harper just got on the ice. She's taking it all the way down the center. Takes a shot on goal off the goalie's stick. Ori's over in that corner getting helped by Ads. Puck got up and out. Harper picked it up just outside the zone. She put it in to the top of the inside circle. Ads putting some good pressure. Lemon gets it back behind the net. Their D popped it out on this inside wall. They put it right back to Harper. Harper takes a shot, ricocheted off. Looks like one of the Warriors' face masks. She looked a little startled. Got Ads tying it up down in that wall over there. No, that's not Ads. That's Andrea battling it out against two of the Warriors. Their D picked it up. They're trying to find an exit out of their zone. Got Harper in front. She got a good front poke check. That is an offside. I don't think the puck left the zone, but we'll take it when it's against the Warriors. We're down to 12:08. Face off right there in front of the Rough Riders bench. Looks like we have Maeve Grayson doing the face-off. Colley's over there on that far wall. Josie and Harper O on this B. Upper O up to Colley. Colley puts it in deep into the zone. Bounces off the back. Maid gets to it. She's just getting shoved in the back repeatedly. Josie gets it, takes a shot toward goal. Oh, it almost glanced off their D player into the net. I think that made their goalie panic a little bit. Down to 11:42 with our face-off on that far circle. Looks like Sammy, Jesse, Paige up on the front end. Jesse ties up the player. Their wing tries to get in there. Jesse kicked it off into the wall. Sammy rushed over there. Sammy's still putting some good pressure. Paige backing her up. Shot on goal. Hits the goalie. Here's a rebound. Oh, it got out. Sorry, I couldn't see it past the spectator. Got a Warrior bringing it all the way in to our zone. Our pro's getting tied up down in the inside corner. Warriors are trying to get a shooting lane up. Looks like they got one and got ruined by Josie from behind. That's a nice move. Harper wraps it around on the outside wall. And they take a shot. Their D took a shot, but it went wide. Josie picked it up. She's bringing it in on this inside wall. Got a lot of speed. She's going in. Going on that far outside circle. Shot on goal right into the... It was in and out of the goalie's glove. We're down to 10:42 already in this first period. Looks like we have Lemon coming out for our face-off. Ori on this near side. Maddie Benish and George on the back, and Ads over in that far side. Georgia snuck in there and stopped the Warriors from exiting their zone. Ori picked it up. She puts it back behind the net. Ads and Lemon are putting up battle down here on the inside wall. You just really can't see it too much. Benish rushed up, saving that blue line. Oh, she kept it in twice. Warriors put it out. Got a turnover there right in the neutral. George is in the way, stopping any kind of shot. Backhanded shot from the Warriors. Georgia picks it up on the outside circle. She's got one, now two on her. They do a centering pass. Thankfully, it went right to Maddie Benish sitting in front of Olive. It's going to be an icing call. Ori raced so fast. Oh, no icing. Puck went in and out of the zone. Harper S picks it up. She gets it around this player once, twice. Third one got her as got over to Andrea. Andrea gets across that red line, tries to put it in deep. Their D stopped it. Maeve got in there and kept it from going out of the zone. Centering pass, but it's all Warriors. Oh, Maeve swooped in there again. Warriors are clumping up, and it's not working out for them. Maeve puts it over on this inside wall. Warriors get it back over to Harper. Harper's looking for an open pass, just popped out as it hit the Warrior. It's going to be an offside call on the Arapahoe Warriors. 9 minutes left in this first period. Still a 0-0 game. Jesse, Paige, and Sammy up here on the front end, and Harper O and Josie on the back end. Sammy picks it up off the side. She takes it onto that far wall. She's skating in. There's two on her. Paige tries to help out as the puck comes in and out across the neutral. Harper O picks it up in her zone. She passes across the ice, but it went a little bit too far out and forward. Good turnover. Jesse was able to intercept a pass with, it may have been Paige and Sammy down there. Couldn't see past the spectators. Sammy's down at the bottom of the circle, up to Paige. Paige takes a shot. It's off the leg pad. Some back and forth. Sammy's picking it up. She passes it to the center, but their D got in the way. Upper O back in the neutral zone, gets up to Sammy. Sammy's going into the zone. Warriors were trying to get some fresh skaters on the ice. Centering pass. Oh, beautiful backhanded shot by Sammy. It glanced off the goalie. Georgia flew onto the ice, and just at the last moment as Paige was coming across the Warriors zone, puck went across, got an offside. So we'll have a face-off right in the center, I guess. 7:54, Lemon's doing the face-off. Adds on this near side, Ori on that far side. Georgia and Maddie Benish on D. Ori's rushing in with that puck. Must have been a good face-off win by Lemon as I was looking away at that moment. Ori's still keeping it away. That girl's got like a foot head height taller than Ori out there. She's battling great. Benish takes a shot, goes a little wide. Their D passed it forward to their forward, but Georgia and Lemon kept it in. Back to their D. They're looking for an open pass of some type of shot. They get it to Benish. Ad's battling down there. Benish gets it again. She backhands it centers. Lemon gets into the mix. Ads gets shot off her with Lemon. I don't know who took that shot. Warriors are looking pretty desperate at this moment as they have been on defense this entire first half. Georgia coming across like she's been dangling her since she was a baby here. She went in and out of the Warriors down here, which is great. Puck in and out. Warriors are rushing in. They take a shot, goes way wide, but they picked up the rebound. They take a shot, hits the side of the net. There's a rebound. Puck goes up. Georgia got on it. She does a centering pass. The puck's going to go out and across. It's going to be an icing against Rough Riders at 6:21. All right, let's see who's out here right now. Maeve and Colley were out there. They just hit the bench. We have Grayson going back to the bench. Andrea and Harper S out there with Jesse, Paige, and Sammy for that front line. Good face-off win by Jesse. Gets back to one of their D. They put a shot toward Olive, and she covered it up. Another face-off here. Another win by Jesse. Gets over to Harper. Harper bats it up the ice. Oh, Jesse kicked the puck, and it went up in the air. It looked like it was headed right to Olive in the air. Great battling over there between Andrea, Jesse, and Sammy. Centering pass to Paige, but it got hooked up. Jesse cuts across. She is dangling. She's taking a shot. Goal, Jesse. Woo! That was a beautiful move by Jesse. Outstanding goal and setup by that whole line. Goal number one at 5:49 in the first period, Jesse. Same lineup. Boy, the Rev dropped the puck instantly. Our D wasn't even in position. We got the puck inside the zone. Sammy's pushing it down into the zone. Their D picked it up. Trying to rush it out. Harper gets a stick on it. Their other Warriors team lost their stick out of that poke check. Sammy's got the puck behind the net, does the centering pass, but it doesn't make it out front. Warriors still without her stick. She's just down there in the way now. Oh, looks like there's a fight now. That girl without the stick went up there and checked Paige. And Paige didn't appreciate that. It was a full chest push. You're gone. That skater that didn't have her stick flat out shoved her off. So that is two of the Warriors in the box. Good job for Paige defending herself, but she's in the bench. Oh. They're only they pulled one of the players out. Nope, they're talking about putting her back in. She was swinging with the other girls, so she needs to go in the box. That's going to be 2 in the box for Warriors.
I think maybe one penalty and then they come out one on each side.
We're going to have 90 seconds for the penalty.
No, 5 on 5.
So it looks like it's going to be a 5-on-4. We have Lemon coming out to point, Ads on that far side. Harper, Josie, and Maeve. 5:15 on the clock in the first period. We've got our first power play. Puck gets out and past. Harper S is chasing it down. Should have been an icing, but it's not. Harper gets it up to Josie. Josie put it up to Ads, but it went past. Josie's taking it out of the zone. Warriors are trying to figure out what they're doing. She takes it straight in, puck off the goalie. She gets her own rebound. Their D picked it up. Josie and Harper were going for the puck at the same time. I think they both smacked it. Puck out and across the outside. Josie takes a shot from almost the blue line off the leg pad. Harper's picking it up. She takes a shot off the leg pad. Ads picks it up. She gets tripped up as she tries to swing a shot off. Puck's on its way down the ice. It's an icing call. 4:17. We have 33 more seconds on this power play. Jesse, Paige, and Sammy out there on the front end. Puck gets back to Harper. Harper backhands it into that far corner. They wrap it around. They put it right back to Harper in this top. She takes a shot, but it actually hits the ventilation system on the ceiling as it ricocheted off one of the Warriors' sticks. So we'll have another face-off here on the near circle this time at 4:04. 20 seconds left in this power play. Jesse right back to Harper. Harper takes a shot. Oh, slipped under her stick, but it went over to Josie. Josie had 2 players collapsing in on her when she's trying to take that shot. They try and get it out of the zone. Harper lifts the stick just as soon as we were going into the zone, back and forth. Harper poke checks it again, but it bounces off the wall. They take a shot off the side of the net. Jesse up to Polly. Polly's chasing it down into the zone. Sam was able to get in between 2 of the Warriors down here. Harper chipped it up and over the wall, she takes a shot off another shot on goal, and that is goal number 2. Jesse picked up Harper's rebound. Oh no, I'm sorry, that is Polly. And that shiny new stick just got a goal off that rebound at 3:13 in the first. That is goal number 2, the Lady Rough Riders. Girls are coming out hot. This is the way you play a playoff game. Maddie Benish and Georgia back here on D. Maeve, Lemon, and Ads out here. Lemon in their center got tied up. Ads swooped in, kicked it over into this wall. Warriors rush it and put it into our zone. Georgia got to it first in that far side. She's got 2 on her though, now 3. Ads tipped it up to Maeve. Maeve relayed it up and out of the zone. Their last line of defense D player picked it up. Now she is skating all the way across the ice solo. Georgia gets a good poke check, forcing her to back off. Ads chips it up and out of the zone. They hit her twice with the puck trying to get it past her. The center, they're playing super desperate as we are just keep away with that puck from the other team. Maddie Benish drives it out. Oh, they rushed it in right at the blue line. Paige is on the ice. Lemon gets a whack on it here. Puck almost went off sides there. Paige has got it. Puck almost got out again. Let's get it out. There we go. Maddie Benish tapped it off the wall just as Sammy's coming on the ice. She backhands it. Paige picks it up. Warriors pick it up at a turnover there at the blue line. Jessie's on the ice. She pinches her off at the wall. Benish up to Sammy. Sammy's skating into the zone with speed. Top of the circle, shot on goal. The goalie got it out of the air. We're down to a minute 44. Lady Rough Riders 2, Warriors 0. Good face-off by Jessie. Gets back to Arapahoe, but I think she lost the edge on her skate there, and she fell just as the puck came out. But Josie ran over, skated over, and helped her. Kicking and running. It's like I'm calling a soccer game. Sorry. Sammy's got it at the top of the point, gets to Paige. Paige takes a backhanded shot off the goalie. Another shot on goal. Sammy's battling over there, trying to get the puck. Gets back to Josie. Josie taps it, but they rush it out. Another turnover with Josie and Jessie down here, putting tons of pressure on them. Arapahoe chasing down back behind our net. Jessie's backing her up. Josie's putting pressure now. Does a stick lift over there on that far wall. Shot on goal. That was quite a shot. Olive took it like a champ. There's a rebound. Josie picked it up. She's skating it all the way in the zone. She got picked right at that far top of the circle. Puck is out of the zone. Looks like Grayson's getting to it first. She puts it across to Harper, goes a little wide, goes down the corner. Harper's got one on her. She bats it off the wall. Went right to a shooter at the top of the blue line. She takes a shot off Olive Slade. Colley's got it. She's taking it out of the zone. She gets tied up flat out. Boy, that should have been a trip. She gets it into the zone. Maeve helps out. Harper bounces it off one of the Warriors. She chips it back behind the net. 4 seconds left on this clock. That was a fantastic first period. Let's go Riders. We'll be back in about 60 seconds. No, but that was great. That's awesome.
When we get in here, I get it with the grandson, the oldest one. Her son.
Here we go. We got Paige on this near side, Jesse doing the face-off, Sammy on that far side, Andrea and Harper S out here on D. Here we go, 14 minutes on the board. Rough Riders 2, Warriors 0. But got tied up there right back behind their center. Sammy kicked it forward. Paige picked it up, shot toward goal, goes over the net. Sammy picked up the rebound off the back wall. Andrea is trying to hold it in, but it just popped out. Paige helped her out. She wraps it around, puts it right back to Sammy on the blue line, but their D was all over. Andrea just stopped the puck as it hit her in the face mask and went back down. She got it back into the zone. Once and twice. Oh, and we were offsides. That was that pretty hot half minute there, as we're going to have a face-off right down below us. Lemon's doing our face-off. Ads on this near side. Looks like Ori on the far side. Maddie Benish and Josie on D. Waiting for the Warriors to everyone get on the ice. Lemmy gets good face-off, gets over to Ori. Ori brings it into the zone. She got picked off. The player got between her and the puck, but she is all over down on that wall. Lemon almost had a stick in front of that pass. Pass to pass. Benish gets a poke check just as they're trying to get into the zone. They rally and get it back down into the zone. Josie got to it first, put it over into the corner. Someone get to the puck. Ooh. Maddie Benish was tied up with the player right in front of Olive. Puck was over in that corner. All right, Josie's taken out, puts a pass forward. Oh, it just bounced off everybody. Ori bats it across for centering. Lemon wasn't quite there yet, but she is now. Gets over to Ads. Ads got it on the wall. Banish taps it forward, but gets to one of the Warriors. Josie gets it tied up, in and out of the legs. Banish comes in there. Great back check by Maeve, just as soon as they take a shot, and it goes wide of Olive. We're clumping up here as we got it up and out. Ads got it out to the center ice as their D picked it up. That is... Warriors top of the point, shot on goal, bounces off Olive. I think Josie just smacked it off to the side before it got to Olive again on the second shot. Lemon was just trying to do a back check and it was a tripping call on Lemon right at the top of the point. She had her arm and stick wrapped around the player, and I'm pretty sure she stepped forward onto the stick. So Miss Lemon's gonna go hang out with Josie's dad on the bench. Sorry, in the penalty box. We are on a penalty kill. Jesse coming out here. Looks like Paige, Harper, and Georgia on this penalty kill. Warriors are deciding whether they have 5 or 6 players on the ice. All right, face-off drop. It's back to Harper. Harper puts it all the way out across the ice. No icing. It bounced off a Warrior. Paige is right on the girl as it goes down into this inside corner. She puts her in the wall. No call. Paige is battling against 2 of them. Warriors put it, they're trying to get it out. Jesse gets a poke check. Harper, S, and Georgia are putting some pressure on. Shot and goal on Lady Rough Riders at 11-17. Short-handed goal. All right, we're back 5-on-5. Lady Rough Riders 2, Warriors 1. Puck gets kicked back into the zone. Harper O picks it up. She passes it forward. Warrior took the shot on goal right off of Olive. That was a great stop by Olive. Harper O ties up the player. People are tripping over there. I can't see who it is. There we go. Jesse gets it up to Paige. Paige is looking for an open pass. Good pass up to Jesse. They come down into this wall. Warrior picked it up. She's into the zone. Pass. Harper takes a shot. All in. Nice move. She got a stick out in front. Ricocheted the puck up and pass. Jesse over to Harper. Oh, up to Paige. Ricocheted off her stick. Puck goes up in the air. Paige is down almost behind the net. All right, we got the puck in and out. Bounced off a Warrior on its way out. Warriors are setting up 3 on our 2. No, Jesse's down there still. Take a shot. Went off somebody's stick into the back netting above the wall. So we're down at 10:04 in the second. Face off over on that far circle. We have Lemon, Benish, Josie, Ads, and Ori. Lemon bats it forward. Their D picked it up. Ori stuck in there and picked the puck off. She's all the way down in their zone. Takes a shot. Oh, off the goalie on the outside edge. Lemon got to it first. I'm pretty sure today is Ori's birthday, so she is playing like it's her birthday. Back into the zone, top of the circle, they're overtaking their D, tries to take a shot off Josie to Ori. Ori's going to skate it out of the zone right in front of the officials and the benches. She gets it back behind the net. She rushes past everyone and gets almost to it first. Josie comes in for a good back check, back up to Ori. Ori's skating off. I think she's gassed. She did a few laps on that ice. Josie's down here battling. Lemon battles up. Pass goes right to off the Warriors. Josie picks it up over to Ads. Ads passes back to Josie. Josie's right at the top. Lemon saves it before it gets out. She's down in that corner, back behind. She's chasing down the puck. Puck gets hit back across into this inside wall. They're going to try and skate it out. They do a crazy long pass across the ice. Glanced off a couple players as Maddie Benish picks it up back behind Olive. She passes up on this inside, gets past Maeve, and that is going to be an icing call against the Rough Riders. We're down to 8:30. We'll have a face-off in our zone. Looks like we have Grayson, Collie. Sammy just came on the ice. We were short a player after there goes somebody's stick. The stick got lifted. I'm not sure what the call is. They're putting Grayson in the box for lifting the stick. We are on a penalty kill now at 8:21 in the second. Jesse on point. Out there with Sammy. Harper shot on goal. And it went in. It actually hit the back of the net and bounced back out. That is goal number 2 for the Warriors at 8:15 in the second. Jesse, Paige, and Sammy out here on the front line. Harper and S and Andrea on D. A lot of people screaming. I don't know what they're screaming. There's too many people screaming. Warriors got it down into our zone. Sammy and Jesse got it back out. They pull us back into their zone. Pass forward. Good back check by Sammy. Harper picks it up. She's got one on her back as they put her into the wall. Back up to Sammy. She bounces off the wall. It's tumbling, so it's going to come up short of any kind of icing. Warriors pick it up. They do a long pass. Andrea's chasing off. She pinches her off at the wall, picks it up, takes it back behind the net, passes up off the wall. It's like a replay of the last play. Off Sammy, off that wall. Paige picks it up. It's going to be an offside as the puck snuck behind Paige as she was crossing the blue line. All right, 7:25 in the second period. We now have a tied game. We have Grayson doing our face-off. Maeve, Colley, Georgia, and Maddie Benish. Good face-off win by Grayson, gets to Maeve. Maeve gets it back to Georgia. Georgia takes it in, shot. Ricochets off the Warrior player. They're trying to get it out of the zone as we're putting tons of pressure. Georgia picks it up before it gets into her zone. It got past her. Grayson gets a long stick on it. She picks up the puck. She's back behind. She's got two on her over in that corner. Annie Bench is helping her out as Grayson got knocked down. Got down again here. May picked it up. She is likely going to pass over to Colley here as they cross the blue line. She gets caught up before the pass is done. Turnover there. Colley runs into the ref. I think there's some words between Colley and the other player. Puck is out and across. Georgia does a great move, cuts the girl off. She ran into Georgia and bounced off of her. Maddie Bench just got over in that corner. She puts it up to Maeve. Maeve's got two players right on her. Maddie Bench picks off that rebound, wraps it around, comes up to Colley on this inside wall, but she's got a player coming right on her. Puck gets chipped up and back. Georgia gets it up and out. It's on its way down the ice for an icing call against Rough Riders. We're down to 5:59 with the face-off coming down this inside circle in the Rough Riders zone. Looks like we have the Harper duel out here on D. Lemon's doing our face-off. Josie and I think it's Ori back there. Good face-off win by Lemon. Gets it to Harper. Harper gets it instantly up to Josie. Josie's already in their zone. She's going in for a shot. Backhanded shot. Oh, it bounces off. There's a rebound. Josie picks it up back behind the net. She's battling it out versus two. Lemon's in there helping her out, tying up both players. Puck gets out into that corner. Harper O stops it before it gets past her. Josie's helping her out now. Lemon's setting up. Puck is still moving, so they shouldn't blow the whistle. All right, puck got out. Harper O stopped it again. And the Warriors wrap it around into this inside corner. Lemon puts some pressure, bounces off Ori. Back up to Lemon. Lemon takes a backhand shot right into Josie. Josie takes a one-timer shot, hits the goalie in the chest. We're down to 5:07. Have a face-off on this near circle. Jesse, Sammy, Paige coming out in this front line. Georgia and Andrea on D. We're waiting for the Warriors to get their full line out here. And a puck drop. Jesse back to Georgia. Georgia takes a shot. And it was a good foot and a half wide, but their goalie was able to reach out on the glove side and pick it up. Another face-off. Puck ricocheted forward. Their D picked it up, but now we're battling back behind that goal line. Paige is putting some good pressure on. Sammy and Jesse are coming in there. Nope, Jesse backed off and let Sammy and Paige do their job. Puck got out and about. Paige's stick got hung up on the player, so she got stuck in the corner, and now it's a race down into our zone. Georgia picks it up. She's putting on that speed. She tips it forward, but the Arapahoe pinched her off here. Sammy helped it out. Whoa, went to the top of the point. I think this is that last shooter, number 63. She's trying to get an open pass. We've got someone sitting right in front of Olive. Andrew's getting caught up down there with Maddie Benish. All right, they put it up to their D at the blue line. They take a shot. I don't know where the puck went. It's back over in the corner. They do a centering pass back to the same blue line shooter, back to the other one. They put it over in that far corner. Andrea grabs it this time. Puck got loose. Georgia got a good poke check, but she lifted her stick and it turned out to be a hooking against Rough Riders. Georgia's going into the penalty box. It's our third penalty. 3:47 in the second period. We have Maddie Benish and Harper S. Ori. Looks like Josie's doing the faceoff. Gets to Maddie Benish. She puts it forward, but the D takes it. Puck ricochets. I think it went up and either off the helmet of Olive and over the net. Got to Harper. Harper put it all the way down the ice. It's an icing against Rough Riders. Looks like the Warriors are going to change out some of their players here as we do a face-off on that far circle at 3:30. That first puck drop to the icing only took 16 seconds. Josie's doing our face-off. She bats it forward. She tips it again. She's taking it across the ice. She's only got one in front of her. Oh, there's a poke check right across the blue line. They just got it out. Ori's getting back on side. Harper was getting on side, but sorry, Ori was getting back on side as Harper put it across the blue line. It wasn't enough time. Face off in front of the Rough Riders bench. We're down to 101 before Georgia pops out of that box. 3:17 on that clock. Jesse doing our face off. Jesse gets it. Their D picked it up inside the zone. Benish puts a long stick on it, goes down. Jesse tries to do a diving block. Puck goes out. Harper's got it at the top of the point. She is skating out. She's got three in front of her. She backhands it over to Paige. No offsides, which was beautiful. You hear a bunch of parents very angry about saying it's offsides. Maddie Benish stops it at this blue line, glances off Paige. Back up to their forward as they pass it up. Ricocheted off Harper. Harper's trying to cut the player off. She puts her into the wall. No, and that's going to be a call against Harper S now at 2:32. She played the player, not the puck right then. That's a penalty against Rough Riders, number 4. Is it 5? I don't know. It's not a good thing if I'm losing count. Georgia's out in 15 seconds. We have too many skaters on the ice. Paige is skating now. We have Andrea, Jesse, and Josie out here, 3 on 5. 15 seconds. Gets to the top of the point. They take a shot, and it goes wide. A ricochet off Josie. Back up to the far blue line. Jesse gets in the way. Andrew's in the way, tying up the puck. Got loose off of Josie's skate. Jesse's putting pressure. I don't know if that ricocheted off Josie or Olive. All right, we're 4 on 5 now. Puck is up and out. Sammy's going in. She's got a penalty on her. Oh, she takes a shot. There's a rebound. Sounds like a Warrior is going in as they tripped one of us. All right, so in 90 seconds, we're going to, 55 seconds here. Harper will be out of the box. We'll be on a power play, but right now we're They have 4, we have 5. What's going on? 5 players on the ice. I think no one can hear what's going on. It's so loud in here. All right, Maeve's off the ice. We got 4-on-4. Lemon's doing the face-off. Sammy's in this inside. Josie's on D with Andrea. Face-off win by Warriors as we're putting some pressure on them. 45 seconds, and we'll be 5-on-4. Andrea keeps it out of our zone, gets tapped back to their D. Their D takes a shot from the red line, center ice, goes back behind Olive. Josie bats it across the wall. It goes to their D player. They shoot it right into Josie. Josie is skating up, gets over to Sammy. No one, looks like there's some confusion on that handoff. Warriors are picking it up again into the zone. Back check by Sammy. Everyone's trying to be real careful about no more tripping. 10 seconds, Harper's on the ice. Josie up to Sammy, gets just past her. They put it back down deep. It's sitting right behind the net. Lemon picks it up. 1 second. Harper S is on the ice. The puck's across the ice. Harper's trying to get it at the zone. In and out of the zone. Harper's coming across. She gets to it first. Goes into her zone. That's it out. Warriors are resetting in the neutral zone. 42 seconds left in this game. I'm sorry, in the second period. Shot on goal from outside the blue line from the Warriors. Olive bats it away. Lemon picks it up back behind the net. She gets up to Josie. Gets past Josie. Josie in 1D down here, but goes in and out of the zone. Maid gets it back to Harper. Harper S gets caught up between 2 of them. Harper O's cutting off the shot. Shot goes off the blocker on Olive. Warriors trying to do a centering pass. The net is off the peg. I'm pretty sure Harper shoved the Warrior into the post and it went off the peg. 6 seconds flat left in the second period. Tied up game. Lots of discussion going on from their coach to the ref. The ref is now pulling in the other ref. All right, nothing else going on there. So we're going to have a 5-on-5 for the final 6 seconds of this second period. Josie's doing the face-off. Josie ties her up, gets over in that corner. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Josie kicks it, literally kicks it instead of hits it with the stick. I got to figure out how to say one thing versus the other. That's the end of the second period. Tied up game. We're going into the third period. In about 60 seconds. Teams sound pretty amped up down there, coming on to the final 14 minutes. For anybody that wasn't a part of the first game last night, this is a double elimination playoffs. We've lost one game. This is the second game for the Arapahoe Warriors because they lost their first game. So this is for the end of the season between these teams on who gets to move on. Here we go. Good face-off win by Jesse. Gets to Sammy. Vanish is bringing it into the zone from the D. Gets back. Sammy tries to get a shot off one of their D players' leg. They take it out of the zone. There's their number 63 again. You got one of the two. Puck is loose. It's out in front of Olive. She's covered it up. That whistle blew. No. They blew that whistle. They got the rebound. Now the refs are saying it went in. There's no way. They blew the whistle and they got the rebound. And they called it a goal.
I thought they
They
blew it.
blew it before. You can hear the parents up here as they're trying to figure out who to give credit to. They blew the whistle first, and then they got the rebound. They gave it to them, so now Warriors have 3, we are 2. Puck back and forth here in the neutral zone as Sammy gets it into the zone, bats it into that corner. It's back behind the net. Paige is trying to cut her off. No, Jessie's coming hot. She hit the wall pretty hard, so she lost footing. So puck gets up and out. Georgia cuts off the player. She's trying to get into the zone. Paige is in the zone now, backed up with Jessie. Puck goes back behind the net, goes over to that far wall as Warriors pick it up. Sammy stops it right in front of the bench. We're clumping up a little bit, but we're keeping the puck and play here. They put it in deep, back behind our net. Vanish got to it first, but she's got one on her back. Shot on goal from the circle. There's a rebound. Georgia's cutting off the player as Olive covers it up. Good stop by Olive. We're down to 12:38. Lemon adds Ori on the front line. Harper O and Josie on D on that far circle. Lemon won that faceoff, got over to Josie. Josie gets it out of the zone before getting pinched off as their D pulls us back to their line. Lemon gets it caught up there. It's getting shoved down into the ice from the above. All right, Ads puts it back, but their player put it back up to a top of the center. Good back check by Lemon and forecheck by Ori. Josie gets a piece of it. Lemon gets a piece of it. Ads tries to lift the stick up and out just to get it out of the zone. It's out of the zone. Or he's trying to cut off any kind of passes going back into the zone. Gets past Harper into the zone. Ads backing her up. I don't know who's down here in the corner. It looks like Lemon and Harper O. Puck goes up to their D. Ori picks it out of the wall. She's rushing in. There's nobody in front of her except the goalie. Shot on goal. Ricochets off the upper edge of the goalie's shoulder. Sorry. Puck went all the way up to the side. Josie stopped it before it got across the blue line. She takes a shot. Goes all the way out and across the ice. There's an icing call. We're down to 11:21 in the third. Grayson doing the face-off. Maeve and Colley on the wings. Back to Harper at the point. Harper takes a shot. Hits the goalie. Oh, there's a rebound, and then she reached over and stopped it. Good shot by Harper. Went right for the 5-hole. 11:15 left in this game. Another face-off. Grayson rushes in, pushes it back over into the far corner. Harper stops at this blue line just in front of it. Colley's got it. Gets back behind the net. Grayson picks it up. Passes it forward. Gets past Andrea. Maeve backed up Andrea on the blue line. Gets it back in there. Colley did quite the back check, but no call. Puck over here on this near wall. Harper saves the blue line. Shot toward goal. It goes a little wide. Colley's picking up back behind the net. Up to Harper at the top of the point. Shot on goal. There's a rebound. Grayson and Colley. Oh, wow. There is some shoving and pushing. Colley's getting mugged down there by all the players. Down to 10-24. We're changing out the whole lineup here. We have Jesse, Paige, and Sammy coming out for that front line. Josie and Georgia on that D. Jesse ties up the player, but the puck gets back to Warriors D. Paige and Sammy putting on a ton of pressure. Jesse was setting up in front of the net, but it got out in a pass. Josie stops it right as soon as it comes across. She didn't want to do an offside, but good timing by Paige and Sammy to get over that blue line. We're back in zone. Jesse keeps it, sends it to Sammy. Sammy to Josie at the top of the point. Shot on goal, but it goes a little wide. Paige gets to the rebound off the back wall. Now Jesse's working on that wall. The ref was in the way. They got the puck in and out as Georgia and Josie work on it. Georgia forces it. Some back and forth right at the blue line to blue line. They put it wide. Josie got to it first. She's bringing it across. She plows past. She's got two in front of her. Shot toward goal. It goes off the goalie's stick. Rebound. Paige got it. Bounced off the goalie. Back to Jesse. Jesse does the centering pass, but their D was there. They do a cross-ice pass. Georgia picks it up right in front. Catches the players. Way too many players on the ice, but they've got a solo player down in our zone. They do a centering pass. Josie blocks off the pass. Georgia wraps it around, gets up to Ads. Ads tips it up and out. Puck's out and across. It's 8:54. Lemon's putting some pressure down all the way behind the net. Oh, they passed it right to Ori. She came on the ice, but they got up and out. Harper, thankfully there's no calls. Pretty sure their player stepped on the puck when they went down. You can hear the Arapahoe Warriors parents screaming trip. Warriors try and get it out of the zone. Gets up and out. Gets caught up. Maddie Banish puts it over to Ori. Ori taps it up, but it hits their D player at the blue line. Ori gets it back. She's trying to block off the player. Lemon gets it through the legs. Puck goes right to the blue line and slows down as their D picks it up. We got a hurt player trying to get off the ice. Harper is getting it back behind the net. They do a centering pass. Colley does a block, gets over to Maeve. Maeve's trying to get some pressure, get it out of the zone. Somebody sticks on the ice. Oh, it's another Warrior player. They need to get some new tape on there to hold on to it. Grayson gets it tapped out, goes into their zone. 7:19 left. They're skating it across the neutral. Passer D. Shot off Olive. Whoa. Another shot on goal from a wraparound. Blow that whistle, ref, as we were trying. Looks like Harper and Maddie Benish were trying to keep Olive from getting crushed by their players hacking at her. We're down to 7:01 in this third period. Something's going on the bench over on the Rough Riders. Coach has said something to the ref. The ref just went to the officials and over to the Arapahoe Warriors bench. Refs are coming off the ice. Like, I think it's Ori because her mom's running over there. She was holding her arm. Not a very good birthday present for Ori. Looks like they're wrapping up her arm, so hopefully she's okay. Arapahoe's screaming and yelling to come back out. No, Ori was battling over there on the far wall with her back to the player, and then the puck got out, went across the blue line, then looked back, and Ori was trying to get off the ice. So I'm not quite sure whether she got shoved down or tripped or what. The doors are open, so they're I think she might got it. She might got a cut as they're bandaging her arm. Refs are telling the Arapahoe go back to their bench. So it sounds like she got cut by a skate across her inside of her arm. They're not rushing her off real quick, so hopefully it's a pretty shallow. All right, here we go. 7 minutes on the clock. Good face-off win by Jesse. Gets back to Josie, up to Harper S. Harper's trying to get it past two of the players that collapsed on her. Sammy got caught up right at the blue line. Arapahoe put it all the way across the ice. Josie caught her up over in that far wall. They do a centering pass. Puck goes in front of all, and Harper S is picking up in this corner. She's doing some dangling in between two of them, three of them now. She's putting on speed. She's going into the zone. She's all the way back behind the goal line now. She passes up to Paige. Paige takes a chipping. She put it over back behind the net. Sammy pinches off the player in that back wall. Arapahoe's rushing it out. There's a trip against the Rough Riders at 6:09. Looks like Paige is going to go sit in the box. All right, Rough Riders are shorthanded. 6:09 left in the game. We're down by one. We have Jesse, Sammy, Josie, and Harper S. Oh, now we're gonna go over to the far circle. 90 seconds, Paige will pop out of that door. Centers rush it. Put a back check on Harper as she puts it around. Their D puts it back up to Josie. Josie up to Jesse. Jesse gets it across the line. But it's a battle the whole way. Sammy's backing her up. Josie's on the backside ready for the puck to pop out. Jesse back to Harper. Harper's going across the ice. She's skating it in. She gets back check, gets to Sammy. Puck goes in the air. There's a rebound. Harper was there, but their goalie covered it up. Shot on goal, shorthanded. That's what we need to do right now. 5:36 left in the game. Georgia Andrea in for Josie and Harper S. Jesse and Sammy out here for the front line still. Puck gets back to Andrea. Puck gets shot toward the front. Sammy smacked it down there, and their D stopped it. They get it through the legs. That same number 63 player, Georgia, does a beautiful long back check. Back to their D. They get it back up to the inside wall. They're trying to get it centered. Jesse gets caught up. Shot toward goal. It goes wide. Back to the number 63 player. She chips it up and over Olive's head from the side. Jesse gets it out, stops in the snow. Bad pass by Arapahoe. 4:50 on the clock. We're in their zone. Sammy's down here putting some pressure on. Puck's all the way across the ice. Page is coming out in 4 seconds. Excellent penalty kill. George is skating on the outside wall. Right as Page is coming on the ice, George is in the zone, takes a shot. There's a rebound. Ads was right there on the doorstep. But we were changing out players at that moment. Lemon's on the ice. Page pops back on the ice after going to the bench, cuts it off. Ads picks it up. Puck goes up in the air. Page gets it inside the zone. She gets picked at the wall. We're chasing a player down right there. Harper S gets a poke check. Harper O's putting some side pressure on her. She tries to skate through Harper and didn't make it. Harper O puts it out. Goes back to their far back D. That D player wraps it around. Harper O's picking up on this inside edge. 3:53 on the clock. Harper O gets it up and out to that same D player. Page putting some pressure on. They pass it all the way in. Harper catches it before it goes too deep. She chips it up and out. Back and forth. That is a offside against Arapahoe. 3:38. We'll have a face-off right in front of the Rough Riders bench. Jesse, Sammy, and Josie on the front line. Harper and Harper on D. They get it into the zone. Jesse picks up a good back check off Sammy. Jesse tries to ram it through. She rammed it through into the zone. Passes to Josie. Josie takes a shot. It goes wide. Oh, gosh. Puck was off the inside wall. Harper's picking it off. She keeps it out of the zone. Arapahoe's trying to get on sides here as Josie's putting some pressure on. Gets back to Harper S. Harper S bats it. Goes past their D. Back into their zone. 3:04 on the clock. They put it all the way across. Harper O picks it up down in her zone. She passes it up and over back to that same D player on the blue line. Harper S putting some great pressure on. Josie pauses just in time so Harper can get in and out. Georgia coming on the ice, coming on this inside corner. Grayson's pinning one of the players up against the wall. Gets back to Georgia. Georgia takes a shot, goes up and off to the side of the net. Josie gets a rebound somewhere in there. Whoa. Boy, Grayson got sweeped hard. Harper stops that blue line, gets past two. Up to Josie. Josie's at the outside circle. Now on the other side of that goal line. She passes it back, but it gets all the way down. That is going to be nope, it's going to be a shot on goal. Olive kicks it back out to Georgia. We're coming down to the 2-minute mark in this game. She's skating it out. She's all the way in the zone already. 1:58 on the clock. She's down behind the goal line. Passes it back to Harper at the blue line. She takes a shot, bounces off the goalie, back behind the net. Lemon's putting some great pressure as they just get the puck out. Georgia, Maeve got picked right at the blue line. We do a backhanded pass up to Lemon, gets past her. Georgia gets a stick on it. That 63 player is a menace. She takes a side shot, almost identical to her last one that went up and over Olive. There's a rebound. Holly's got it. She gets it up to Lemon. Lemon's taking it out of the zone. She bounces it off. As an offside, as Lemon was across the blue line as there's a turnover. Holly smacked it in. Minute 10 left in this game. Looks like there's a timeout from one of the teams, likely the Rough Riders. Ref's blowing the whistle for the end of the timeout. Sure hope we don't lose the game because the ref blew the whistle on a dead puck and they took the rebound in and they gave it to him. We have Jesse, Lemon, Sammy, Josie, Harper S. We've got 6 players out there. Jesse wins the faceoff, gets the page. We get it into the zone. They put it across the ice toward the goal and it goes wide. Icing call, 102. 2 feet wide. Now we've got a faceoff in the zone on that far circle. 62 seconds left in this playoff game. Jesse doing the faceoff. Faceoff win by Jesse. Lemon taps it forward. They get it back to Josie. Josie at the blue line, shot toward goal. It goes wide. We have a dog in the stands, as you can hear. He's back to Josie. Josie up to Jesse. Takes it across the red line. She gets picked right as she goes across. Jesse was over the line as Lemon brought it into the zone. So we're offsides. We'll have a face-off right in front of the Warriors bench. 41.2 seconds left in this game. Jesse wins the face-off. Lemon dives in there, gets over to Josie. Harper's got it back to the red line. She's driving it in. She got picked as she got into the top of the circle. Sammy caught the blue line, backed up by Lemon. Shot toward goal by Page. 25 seconds. Puck's all the way across the ice. It goes wide. All right, we got another face-off. 22 and a half seconds. Coaches are keeping the same 6 in. Not gonna lie, this is stressful. Come on, Jesse. Good face-off win by Jesse. Lemon dives in there. Puck gets back to Josie. Josie to Harper. Harper's taking a shot off the goalie's shoulder. Puck wraps around. Josie's got it in that far blue. She takes the shot, tumbling, goes wide of the net. A wraparound chance. Sammy's putting it. Oh, it goes out. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Puck goes into the wall. That's it. What a game. That is our final game of this playoff. Girls played amazing. We will end this stream after the good games and good jobs. All right, that will be the end of the stream. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.